Hello everyone. Hi, Adrian here again, and today is May the 8th, and I'm just reaching out to everyone while I do my walk and talk, sharing some experiences to help everyone out there who's involved in sales, marketing, anything I can do to assist in these very, very challenging times. So, in my last talk, I would have spoken about um, businesses would have been, well, non-essential businesses would have been locked down for a month or two and on the verge of reopening. And I would have shared on the last series of videos how you should approach that initial meeting to re-engage customers. So if you haven't looked at those videos, you should go back to them, and there's some interesting stuff in there, I think. All these talks are talks that I do without any preparation, so it's really from my heart I'm speaking. So today's talk is we have re-engaged the customers, and now it's about trying to get our business back on track. So I just wanted to share some experiences that it's more or less like some very good habits that sales professionals should practice, so to improve their to improve the likelihood, or to improve better results in selling. So one of the first things is, many times in my career I've seen sales reps make visits to customers and just walk into a customer and start talking. If that works for you, no problem, but I really don't think it's the best approach. I just want to share with you some little tips that has worked for me in the past, right? The first thing is, if you didn't before, you should really plan your visit, whether it's in your office, at home, or even when you reach at the customer, by pulling aside in the car park and spending a few minutes to think through end to end. What am I going to achieve in this meeting? What's my objective? All right, the objective is not necessarily always getting an order. The objective could be resolving an issue, trying to build a better relationship with someone in the organization, trying to learn some more about the competitive landscape, if any competitors have been approaching them. There's a lot of things that we could find out if we plan our conversations properly. So I would sit a little bit, and I mean, over time you learn to do these things very quickly. All right, but in the beginning it can take a little time, right? So first of all, set a clear objective, what you want to get out of the meeting. Write down on a little flashcard or something some pertinent questions that you want to ask that would lead, what I call leading questions. Another thing you should be looking at while you're doing your brainstorm in preparation to the meeting is looking at the customer sales history, seeing what they've been purchasing, right? Looking for little opportunities in that cycle to see if you can introduce something new, or maybe even have a discussion with them about a slow selling item that you may want to consider working down their inventory with them and discontinuing it. I think you will score a lot of points, because what you do is you show them that you're helping them to manage their inventory. And that is something that most salespeople do not do. They think about their inventory, which is the company they represent, but very seldom do they worry about the customer's inventory. So if you show the customer that you are working with them from that angle, chances are they will give you a lot of leeway and have a lot of confidence in you as a sales rep, to the point where you actually tell them what their order should be. And that's the stage you really want to reach. You want to reach a stage where you go to the customer and you get some information like what the inventory is, and you advise them what their order should be, and you work with them plans and programs to move their inventory, to grow their sales, etc., etc. That's the kind of partnership customers want. They don't want a relationship with a sales rep, or whatever you call yourself, a sales rep or sales executive, or a marketing rep, whatever you call yourself. Customers want to be serviced by reps who can make their life easier. And if you're not making your customer's life easier, then somebody else will. So planning is very important because it helps craft the conversation that you're going to have with the customer. And the conversation you're going to have must be one that really impresses on the customer that, hey, this is not an ordinary salesperson representing this company. He is a trusted advisor. This is somebody who will make my life easier. Alright? So look at your sales history. If you know a customer is accustomed buying X number of widgets per month, then we want to get the customer to that point, but without overstocking. So we work with the customer by introducing plans and programs to be able to grow his business. So that's the first thing. Plan your visits, whether it's in the office, in your car, in the customer's car park, but do not just pull aside to a customer, walk in the door and start talking. That is what I call winging it. And I will use a stronger word, but I wouldn't. I dislike sales representatives who wing it. Alright, because it shows that really they don't appreciate the opportunity to serve a customer. They haven't taken the time to be able to study the needs of this customer properly, to be able to give them the best opportunities that you can. So your conversation should be pre-prepared. If you have a little flashcard, you put a few pointers on what you want to achieve in that meeting, and as you come out of the meeting, you ask yourself, have I achieved my objectives? Have I done what I set out to do? And if I didn't receive the order, or I did not achieve it, here's where you start talking to yourself and you ask questions that will help you to understand what went wrong and what you need to do next time to improve. Alright, so that's one of the tips that I strongly urge sales representatives to tip to improve their chances of success with customers. And this is no matter what you sell. You could sell any type of product. Okay, once you're going out there and you're interfacing with food stuff in supermarkets, drugs for pharmacies, beauty care products for beauty care stores, motor vehicle products for the motor vehicle industry, equipment for fleets, it does not matter what you sell. If you practice this one tip, it will move the needle. And as I mentioned in my last walk and talk, it is the constant 2 mm shifts that we make. Even if we improve today, we want to get better tomorrow and better, and forcing yourself to make 2 mm shifts every time you visit a customer. Understand what learnings you got from that customer so that you can transfer it, make it a habit, put that into your routine so that becomes part of your operating system. All right, so that's my tip for today. And as we re-engage customers, if we had some old habits that were not working before, or we need to throw out the door, now is the time, because we need to up our game. And as I said, don't wing it. Plan your visit and ensure that after your visit you have a check-in with yourself, right, to understand if you achieved what you set out to, what was the learnings from that visit. All right, so as I always say, if just one person who's listening to this video would have benefited, I think my time was well spent in doing this video. All right, so best of luck as you go out there, and look forward to you viewing my next tip dedicated to all the sales reps outside there. Over and out.